Hey guys, what's up, it's iFlynn here, and today we're going to be talking about Warframe's Twitch drops and what I think is wrong with them. Now before we start this video, I just want to disclaim that in no way, shape or form is my intention to come across as entitled or ungrateful. It is also not my intention to start any drama between myself and other streamers who did the things that I'm going to mention in this video. My intention is to start a discussion amongst the community and hopefully the developers at DE and at Twitch about the points that I'm going to raise. With that being said, let's get on with the video. To put it bluntly, I don't enjoy streaming Warframe when the Twitch drops are active, and I feel like I've been able to narrow it down into 3 main reasons why. Number 1, I don't feel like it's healthy. Number 2, I don't feel like it's fair. And number 3, I don't feel like it's fun. When I say these 3 things, I mean it both in the context of being a streamer and being a viewer. Let's break them down point by point. Number 1, I don't feel like it's healthy. As it stands right now, streamers are expected to stream and viewers are expected to watch for 1 hour for a drop to occur. Most Twitch streamers, implying they do it as their full-time job, will stream anywhere between 6 to 12 hours a day, taking 3 to 5 minute breaks every 1 to 2 hours. This in itself is already very unhealthy in my opinion, and the drop system for Warframe does not really give the streamers or viewers any opportunity for any downtime. Streamers feel forced to stream longer hours to make the most out of the drop event for both themselves and their viewers. Viewers feel forced to watch a stream to get the rewards that DE have advertised. It's not a secret that when any form of drop event is running for Warframe, the Warframe Twitch directory blows up. Any streamer who is streaming as their full-time job or looking to make Twitch streaming their full-time job who streams within the Warframe directory will see this as an opportunity for growth, which it is, but it's not a very healthy, fair, or fun one. Because the drops are set on a timer, viewers are going to gravitate towards the streams that have the longest uptimes, which makes the streamers feel forced to stream for longer. A large portion of viewers during the drop events just find a consistent set of streamers and AFK in their chats, inflating their view count. This time around with the Fortuna drops, this fact was taken advantage of and a few streamers hosted one another in a cycle, basically passing around a large sum of AFK viewers so they can hold the top spot within the Warframe directory. Now, like mentioned before, I have absolutely no issue with the streamers that did this because honestly, it is the only way as a streamer you feel like you can survive when these types of drop events are active without being super unhealthy. For you as a streamer to see the optimal amount of growth during a drop event, you want to be holding the top spot in the directory as much as you can, as that is where just under half, or for some streamers just over half, of your viewership and new followers come from. However, to do this during the drop event, you effectively have to outstream everyone in the directory and hope that someone who is further up in the directory hosts you. Streaming for longer than 8 hours a day, in my opinion, is very unhealthy, and that may seem hypocritical as I'm always the guy that streams for insane amounts of time when I know a Warframe update is just on the horizon. But that should be all the more reason to trust me when I say that you're doing the streamers within the directory a disservice in the long run by making them feel forced to stream absurd amount of hours to compete with one another and please their viewers. Especially in a game like Warframe that when you run out of meaningful things to do like I have, you truly feel like there's nothing left. The same can be said for the viewers. Not everyone wants to have a Warframe stream open in the background as they're playing, they want to experience the game for themselves. Not everyone can afford to waste their battery at work as some of my viewers have. Not everyone can leave their computers on at home while they're at school because their parents simply don't allow them to. Now one might say to that, well, if you don't want to watch a stream or you can't afford to watch a stream, just don't do it, right? But you have to keep in mind that we aren't just talking about the top 10% of players like me and you. Not everyone has everything in the game, and when DE advertised, hey, you have the chance for 2 free Warframes if you just watch these Twitch streams, people don't want to miss out on that opportunity because the other limitations that they have in their life prevent them from playing as much as me and you do. So that's the unhealthy part. The fact that streamers feel like they are competition to one another, and they stream absurdly long, unnatural hours to try and overtake each other. Not to mention that the fact that viewers are going out of their way to make sure that they have at least one stream open at all times to get the drops that they so desperately want. It's an unhealthy obsession for people, and like it or not, it does actually affect some people's daily lives to a certain degree. Moving on to point number 2, I don't think it's fair. This very much swings back around to the conversation of streamers who stream longer or pass around the AFK viewers during the drop event get rewarded 10 times more than a streamer who has been streaming Warframe consistently at a scheduled time for months or even years prior. I want you to imagine for a minute that you are a big Twitch streamer. Let's say, for example, King Gafalion or Professor Broman, anyone really, and you look at the Warframe Twitch directory and you can clearly see that people are hosting one another over and over to hold a certain position in the directory. It does not make it seem very appealing to stream in it because you're not going to grow as much as you would if you just went and streamed a different game with a similar amount of viewers at the time. It's also kind of unfair to the viewers. As previously mentioned, not everyone can have a Twitch stream open 24/7, so people who can naturally just get more drops than those who can't. It's really up for debate on whether or not the masses find that fair. I personally don't mind it, but I can understand if a player who has very little time to play or watch finds this system unfair. Moving on to point number 3, it's not fun. Like I said at the start of the video, I don't enjoy streaming Warframe when Twitch drops are live. Chat turns into a shitstorm of people, number 1, not knowing what drops are, number 2, not knowing how to get the drops, number 3, not knowing how to link their Warframe account to their Twitch account, number 4, asking where their drops are, number 5, random non-existent command spam in relation to drops, and finally, number 6, people blaming the streamer for them getting bad drops. As a streamer, I don't even have to tell you how annoying it is putting up with those 6 things every few minutes while trying to enjoy the new update and answer the questions from my regulars in chat. It drives me insane and makes me want to just take all of my regulars, throw them in a Discord call, screen share with them, and call that a stream rather than stream on Twitch. When it comes to my viewers' opinions on drops, everyone wants to see them become more interactive and less annoying. A large majority of people think that giving rewards to viewers is a great idea. They just don't agree with the current execution as it frustrates the streamer having to answer the same questions over and over and then the viewer having to listen to the same answer over and over. This is not helped by the fact that the rewards that people get from the drops aren't even necessarily that good. Last time, 9 out of 10 times you received a drop, it was a credit cache. So you watch for an hour to get something you could have farmed in the space of 5 minutes or less. So if and when people do eventually get their drops, because they are still somewhat buggy from what I can tell based off my chat, they are very disappointed with the outcome. Not fun. So moving on to the solution, how do we fix drops? My idea is to make it healthy, fair, and fun. No locking drops behind a time gate, make them completely random, make them more interactive by adding something for the streamer to do in game, add better rewards, and encourage DE and Twitch to better explain the drop system to viewers so it does not fall on the streamers or seasoned viewers' shoulders to do so. On a couple of past Warframe streams, they mentioned that they are going to have what is called a drop monster. This monster is a normal enemy that is going to glow purple and upon death will reward anyone watching with a drop. There are a few important things that I want to note about this system to ensure if and when it gets released to all Warframe Twitch streamers, it is as close to perfect as possible. There should not be any way to force spawn the drop monster. The drop monster should be 100% random. I want to say as random or as rare as the Stalker, G3, or Sanuka. That way, when the drop monster spawns, let's say the screen flashes purple or something, people in the chat actually get excited because they're about to get free stuff. Talking about getting free stuff, the rewards from the drop monster, because he's going to be rare, have to be good. I feel like a relic pack, Riven mod, bundles of rare resources such as Oxium or Nitian, maybe even a resource pack, or even blueprints for weapons and warframes that the player does not have yet, similar to the login system, would all be good ideas. The player has to get excited about opening their Twitch drop for it to be an effective system. Speaking about it being an effective system, it also has to be a fair system. Every single Warframe streamer in the directory, as long as they have their account linked to their Twitch account, should be able to come across a drop monster and give the drops to their viewers, no better or no worse than anyone else in the directory. It should be an even playing field 100% of the time, no exclusive partner drops, no time-gated drops, make the main focus of the stream the gameplay. I just want to make it clear that with this video, I'm not trying to fight for drops to be removed or toned down. I'm simply suggesting a better way to go about the system that is less tedious for streamers and then more enjoyable and rewarding for both parties. DE could make the effort to get one of the community managers to make a short video that is displayed on their website showing people how to link their Warframe account to their Twitch account so it's asked less in streamers' chats. I think it would also help if drops were not a time limited thing, meaning that if this new drop monster system and the features that I recommended for it get introduced, it would make more sense if it was on 24/7 opposed to it only being around during a big update. Of course, with this system suggested, DE would still be able to add different rewards to different types of rare drop monsters that can spawn based off of where the player is playing and what next big update there is. Keeping them turned on 24/7 will make more viewers more familiar with the drop system in general, meaning more people will be willing to help out someone in need instead of the streamer having to answer the same question 9 million times. Of course, there are a lot more pros and cons regarding the drop system that I did not include in this video, which other viewers have mentioned to me, such as streamers getting a full sense of achievement based off their inflated numbers, or viewers being more likely to find new streamers that they enjoy because of the drop system. I just feel that everything else that I mentioned in this video were very apparent issues, as they hinder the overall reputation of the Warframe directory amongst larger streamers and make it more difficult for smaller streamers who enjoy Warframe to grow. Take Posty TV for example. He was streaming Warframe during the Fortuna drops, and if it wasn't for me and other streamers hosting him, he would have been buried in the directory, even though the guy literally does everything right. More than me actually. He can stick to his schedule. I can't. Make sure to check him out. But with all that being said, I think I'm going to wrap this video up. If you enjoyed it, hit like. If you disliked it, hit dislike. If you want to see more Warframe content from me, hit subscribe. If you want to follow me on Twitch, there's a link in the description below, as well as the schedule. So, you know, if I manage to stick to that, you can see me live on those days, as well as a link to my merch store with a 15% discount code, so you can buy some of the cool hoodies that you can see on screen now. They're pretty comfy. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.